It's Papa Keith live on 103.5 The Beat. And listen, as Mother's Day comes upon us, there's some special things that you can do for Mother's Day. And this amazing, I want to say family at this point.
Yes, sir.
This amazing family, this amazing organization. Dearest, did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bringing you Dearest Mama stage play Mother's Day weekend.
Absolutely,
all right?
absolutely.
Dearest Mama. That's the correct title of it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, that's what's up. So listen, we love stage plays down here in South Florida. What makes this stage play special?
Well, you know what, Keith? What makes this one special is that it's not just a play. We added the food element to it, so that's a big thing. So
that is so dope.
Absolutely, man, absolutely.
Because that's always missing from a play, right? You're hungry, you can't.
Yep.
So ultimately, it's a dinner brunch theater.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. So tell us more about it.
So listen, it's happening Mother's Day weekend. We're excited. It's a dynamic piece. It's a love letter to mothers. Dearest Mama, and it was inspired by another piece that I wrote called Loose Lips, and so we kind of journey and talk about the mama element of it. We did Loose Lips a couple years ago. It was a fan's favorite, especially here in South Florida. Sold out 3 shows, and so we wanted to bring something back, but just focus on the mom element. And so this is what Dearest Mama is about.
No better time than Mother's Day weekend, right?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
That's what's up. So what really, really inspired you to write, Dearest Mama?
This Dearest Mama is sort of based on a true story. I tell people a lot of times we see moms and we don't know what they go through behind the scenes. And so my mom, adopted my brother, one of my brothers, and we didn't know he was adopted until we were 18 years old.
Wow.
And so that just was a testament of her love. Like, she didn't want him or us to feel like there was any separation. And we were fooled by it. We didn't know, because she loved him and really just gave him everything. So,
what won't they do to protect us, right?
I know, right?
My goodness, man.
Yes,
and thank you for sharing that. I'm happy I dug a little deeper in that because,
Yeah.
that makes so much sense. So, you brought one of your beautiful leads with you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, South Florida family. Papa Keith, thank you for having us here. It's your girl, Sky, the right hand to him, Dearest, and I play the role of Chloe Simone.
All right. So, what's Chloe Simone's role in the stage play?
So, Chloe Simone is the one apparently that is being added to the family, and she's the daughter of Mama. And she's all wrapped up in who she is, her aspirations, what she wants to do with her life, her career, not going back to the place where she came from and forsaking all others for the sake of just getting to where she wants to be.
That's what's up. 2 questions for you. How does it feel for you to be, in the production, acting? Is this something of your background, or how did you get started with that?
Man, the first time I was on stage was in 4th grade trying to sing Whitney Houston. I don't know. Ask me if I could sing, Papa Keith.
Can you sing?
I make a joyful noise. So I got bit by the bug.
Yeah.
And since I wasn't melodious with my pipes, I started doing more poetry, and then that led to acting. No formal training, but everywhere that I went, everyone was like, this is your calling, and if you don't go into acting, you'll miss your call.
Oh, wow.
That was just like a natural thing, no formal training, and I love it. I love it. I get to tell stories. I get to escape into finding out how people would react to certain things, and that helps me be a better friend, a better mother, a better wife, because I'm understanding from different vantage point of views. I'm not stuck just in my world, Sky's world, but because I portray other characters, I have to study the who, what, when, where, how, and why, so it helps me to be better, emotionally intelligent.
So let's tap into you working with Yanel now, like. What is that like? Because he's not going to speak to it as well as you probably can, being next to him. Like his work ethic, and taking something from start to finish. Could you imagine, like, this is literally all of his babies, right? Dearest Mama stage plays his baby, from writing it to planning it. Like, can you talk a little bit about his work ethic?
First, I just have to tell you, being behind the scenes with him, behind closed doors, seeing it from start to finish is definitely a treat, but it's also a roller coaster ride. You know, they say the people that live with you get to see sides of you that other people don't get to see.
Right.
And what I can tell you, he is a man of excellence. He doesn't cut corners. He lays it all out. He pours it all out on the table. He burns. This is his phrase that he likes to use. He burns his ships of no retreat, which means he puts the flyer out. He puts the ticket sales out before he even finishes writing the script.
Wow. Dude.
Yeah, listen.
Wild.
You wouldn't have talked to that. I had to get her to talk to that. You would not have said that. Wow.
Listen, I read Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, and that's one of the things that he talks about. He says, burn your ships of retreat. And so what it is that, you know, they were going to war, and the general, what happened was when they got off the ship, he burnt the ship. And they like, yo, how are we going to get back? He was like, listen, we either win or we die. So it forced him to have to win.
Wow.
And so I embodied that. I took that and said, well, how can I implement that in my life? And so when I do productions, a lot of times I'm like, even with movies, when I'm writing movies, you know, I set a date. I set the dates that we're going to shoot. I call everybody. I say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is when we're going to do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, so I force myself to do it. So
That's
dope.
I
I don't retreat.
Well, you know, it's familiar to me because I plan events as well,
Right.
you know, festivals and stuff. And you're right. Like, I start with the vision, the flyer, and then I work backwards from the date. Like, okay, this is
gotta fill the gap.
Yeah, this is when it's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So this
Fill the gap.
is work backwards, you know.
Figure it out.
So I get it. And another tidbit, since we're on the subject, to me, and because you're a writer, another thing too, you know, in this era with our phones, I'm still a little bit old school. So if it's something really important, I write it.
Yeah.
Because when you see it, and it has your hand, you can't deny it. If it's a text, it's not your handwriting, right? But when you wrote it, and that's your handwriting, it's like your signature, your John Hancock.
Yeah.
It's a mental connection that you have with your handwriting where like, well, if I wrote that shit,
I already know. I already know.
And, you know, I gotta like own that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I could talk to y'all for hours. Obviously, let's get to the crux of the different shows that are available, and then the process, you know, and then what people could look forward to, because you know sometimes people can be picky with I got invited to this brunch, and it really wasn't a brunch,
Right.
You know what I mean? It was the same thing that they have on their menu all the time, but just because of the time of the day they did they called it brunch. So although I had a great time, the foodie in me was pissed. You know what I'm saying?
That's my favorite meal. I don't know if brunch is a meal, but it's my favorite.
It's mine too. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have a plethora of breakfast and lunch options, which is brunch, and I only had lunch.
I could have cut.
So please, I have it in front of me. So let's start with it. Saturday, May 10th, 1 p.m. So that's clearly a brunch. It's happening at the Hollandale Cultural Community Center. So can you walk us through the brunch aspect of it?
Yeah, so for brunch, you're going to be having some breakfast potatoes.
Nice.
Some creamy, delicious grits. If you're in the
you
general,
know your audience.
Yes. If you're in the general admission seating area, then you have access to, think of shrimp and grits, but it's going to be like chicken and grits, that same kind of gravy, onions with the chicken and the grits, something different because you've never tried it, but you will this weekend. And if you upgrade to VIP, you have the option to either add salmon croquettes or shrimp to your grits with the breakfast potatoes. And we have drinks on deck for you to enjoy your brunch with. And that's the 1 p.m. brunch show. So we're going to start on time.
Yes.
Because we got to get you fed and then start the live production out.
Awesome. So let's skip to that same evening at 7 p.m. is the dinner show.
Dinner. So we're in South Florida, so why not do something Southern?
Yes.
Now, you know, I'm an island girl, but I've learned how to enlarge my palate. And here in South Florida for dinner, we're going to have some general admission is going to have some grilled chicken, rice and peas, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, cornbread.
Ooh, okay.
We want to feed your soul.
She's envisioning.
We want to feed your soul. And let me tell you, we've done a show before with this same chef. And can I tell you, the people came back with to-go plates. I don't know where they got them from. Maybe they went to their cars and were like, can we take some of that food home?
It was that good.
You will not be disappointed.
All right, that's what's up. So listen, general admission sounds just like, everybody. But me as a pescatarian, we have to upgrade to the VIP. So bear that in mind. Tickets are $65, which includes the show and the food. And then, of course, VIP, mere $20 more, which is so worth it to get seafood.
Preferred
which we know is more.
and seafood.
And seafood, exactly. And that's for the show and food as well. And then finally, one last show on Mother's Day, which is a dinner show that starts at 6 p.m.
Yes.
All right?
Yes, sir.
So exciting. I have the information here, but please tell people where you'd like them to go right now and purchase these tickets.
Listen, you can go on eventbrite.com, and I'm going to tell you this. The brunch show is almost sold out. So if you're going to get your tickets, go ahead and get it now. I had somebody today, they purchased 13 tickets. And so go out and get your tickets. You don't want to miss out. So again, that's eventbrite.com, or you can give us a call at 954-861-0333. Again, that's 954-861-0333.
That's what's up. Well, listen, thank you for doing this in our town, in our place. We're excited. Where can they also follow you to see what's upcoming and, and what you got going on, what you're working on next,
Now we're working on, we have a movie that's coming out that we've done with Romeo Miller. It's called The Reject. Actually,
cool.
My wife starred in it as well. So
Nice.
Florida Film House.
That's my brother.
Yeah, Marco Mall.
Marco.
So we're working on that. We have the film festival coming up, Labor Day weekend. So what you can do to follow me, it's YONELARIS. So that's at Yanel Eris, and that's on all my handles.
Kudos to you, black man.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, man. I love it. It's so important that we see ourselves.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really love what you and Sky are doing. Sky, I don't want to get you in trouble, but do you want to give out your Instagram?
Oh, no, I won't get in trouble. He has all access, FYI. So you can follow me at stop_playing. Stop playing. Let's be about our business and get the stuff done that God has given us. Stop_playing, and I'm Sky.
That's what's up. The playing ends with the N or playing with the G?
Grammar school.
Okay,
P-L-A-Y-I-N-G.
Got you. Because you know what? Stop
I know, playing. Playing extra Y's, extra L's.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Well, I appreciate you both. Looking forward to a great weekend.
Yes.
We're talking about Dearest Mama stage play, brunch, and dinner. Again, Saturday, brunch show starts at 1. The dinner show starts at 7 p.m. And then on Sunday, Mother's Day itself, great treat for your mom, 6 p.m. Make sure you tap in and get your tickets right now. Let's support great black entertainment. We love stage plays down here in South Florida. We want these brothers and sisters to continue what they're doing, but they can't do it without your support. So you ask for these things. You say, why do we have this? Why do we have? Well, here it is.
Yep.
Here it is. Now support it. Now do your part. All right?
All right.
That's what's up. It's 135 The Beat. Thank y'all so much.
Love.